that as a sex coach, I would be a popular person at a networking event or party. But believe it or not, it's not the case. Because when people hear what I do, they draw up a curtain, they make excuses to get more food, or they talk about the weather. If you want to be popular at a party, become a weatherman, because everyone loves to talk about the weather. But when it comes to sex, even though it's everywhere and it sells, it's a scary topic for most people. So scary that many couples don't even talk about it amongst themselves. We don't talk about it to our children. We deny that older people like it and are having it too. In fact, many people will endure bad sex to avoid the conversation about what they really want. And that question, what do you want, is the scariest question of them all, because it makes us feel at our most vulnerable and naked, which is why I have a job. When clients come to me to reignite their desire and learn to ask for what they want, my work comes down to this: lovingly, but without letting them off the hook, asking this question over and over. What do you want? This question has people writhe and moan and complain and try to convince me of all the reasons they cannot have what they want without even saying what it is that they want. And people have such a strong reaction to this question because it matters, really matters. Because in this question, you have a paradoxical pull between our instinctual need to have our needs met and our equally instinctual need to belong, which is why this question brings up a lot of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being judged, and therefore abandoned and unloved if we asked for what we really wanted. But the thing is, that place where we are so scared to go, that place where we feel like we're most exposed, is also a place where we long to be, where we are open to being met, seen, heard, felt, touched, and loved for who we are. I'm no stranger to these fears. Before I was a sex coach, I was a married woman who was terrified of getting naked. Taking my clothes off was not the problem. Asking for what I wanted was. You see, I learned how to give, but not receive. And I learned how to be desirable for a man, because that's what women are taught to do, but I didn't know how to desire for me. And what I didn't know, I couldn't ask for. And so it was easier to stay silent or pull away. But to ask him to slow down so that my body could feel more, or to ask him for the kind of touch and time and commitment to bring me to orgasm, or to ask him to have these kind of conversations, that was too hard, too scary, too vulnerable. And each time I pulled away or I held myself back from asking what I wanted, something else happened. A part of me died. An amber lost its fire. And it was then that I realized that to desire is to live. And to ask for what we want is an act of self-respect and honoring. An honoring of this body, of this heart, and of this soul. My journey inspired me to become a sex coach and to help specifically women reignite their desire and the fire within. A fire that not only burns in the bedroom, but that ignites the rest of our lives as well. It may be surprising that for me as a sex coach, I don't talk much about sex. I'm no expert on positions or sex toys or kink. What I do talk about is that one question, the one question that I believe really matters. What do you want? And once we get past the scary part and the resistance part, I get to watch my clients light up like a 1,000-watt light bulb when they realize and say to themselves, yeah, that is what I want, and then have the confidence to ask for it. A layer of resistance drops, they soften, they stand up straight, and they brighten with joy. Because in asking for what we want, we don't just get to guide our partner to a better orgasm, although that is important. In asking for what we want, we teach our partners how to love us as we are. And isn't that what we all long to have anyway.